Shalom, all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, B'Shem Rachach. My name is Jacobo from Plaintables Camp. This is the apostles video, reviewing GMS South Carolina 08, false prophets. So let's go into it.
Now, if you go home to your wife and your children and something happens, that's really on you. You do something crazy, that's on you. That ain't on us. We don't teach that. We don't teach the women that don't feed your kids and all that. And they buried this child in the backyard, according to news reports. So I'm not gonna play it, like I said.
Now you have a lot of these mentally deranged people that get into a religion or a faith or a group, and then they commit crimes that's not taught within the group, and then people on the outside try to blame the group. Like, that's not even a part of any doctrine of the group. All right, so don't blame the group. But again, they're not the people that blame the group, and there's no teachings of the crime in the group. You know that they're set up to bear false witness against you. That's a false witness against the group. All right, so that's actually a sin. That's not no bear false witness against thy neighbor. All right. Now he's an Edomite, vocab Malone. He's an Edomite, so he doesn't care about the laws. He doesn't care about the law of Yahweh Shai. All right. If he was really a real Israelite following the laws, he wouldn't blame the whole group. He's known for doing that.
It was just showing the living conditions, the way they were living. They wasn't feeding the kid. I think they beat the kid up, abused the kid. Now I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is a group that's located in West Midland.
So I'm gonna play some of the video. There's parents guilty over death of 3-year-old son whose body they buried in their garden. So I believe they're in England, I believe, in Britain. I thought it was Australia for a second, but I guess they have offices in both countries.
Having died of a respiratory disease with broken bones, severe malnourishment and tooth decay.
My child's name is Abia.
Where is he?
That's not your business. Why?
This
Yeah, that's his father. So I don't know what religion teaches you to malnourish your child and break his bones. I don't know, unless you're sacrificing a child, I guess. But there's no Christian in Islam, and as vocab Malone says, Hebrew Israelism. I don't think any of them teach to not feed your children and to break their bones. I don't think any of the religions teach that. So something's mentally wrong with them. Something's up. Like, you have like crazy people that get involved in business, they get involved in different religions, that work at your jobs, that are just mentally ill. That has nothing to do with where they work. Has nothing to do with their parents or the group they're with. They're just mentally ill. Something's wrong with them. They're effed up. You have people that pass around child peace stuff, that traffic. All right, it doesn't make the neighborhood bad. It makes the people that's doing it bad.
is his father, Ty, being arrested.
I am an indigenous person of this vicinity, this territory, this personal space right now.
And his mother too, Naomi.
Oh, she's referring to the house. Okay, she's referring to the house.
Both of them, his parents, the people who were supposed to protect him, found guilty of child cruelty, of causing or allowing Abiah's death, as well as perverting the course of justice. Living in a house that looked like this, the prosecution said the couple failed to properly feed Abiah.
Right. So what law in the scriptures it says that the scriptures say the woman's supposed to guide the house? Let's get that. It's 1 Timothy 5:14. I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. So guiding the house. So this is not guiding the house. So they're already in violation of the scriptures. Look at how disgusting his house is. So I put give me a list of duties of a young married woman guiding her house. I wanted them to point to doesn't matter what age she is, but I wanted to point to Timothy. So a young is the AI overview. A young married woman guiding her house typically includes responsibilities like cooking meals, cleaning the home, managing household finances, maintaining a tidy living space, laundry, grocery shopping, coordinating family schedules, providing emotional support to her partner, and potentially caring for children if present. Right, whether it be nieces, nephews, cousins, get together with other women if it's a bunch of children. However, these duties can vary depending on individual circumstances and shared household responsibilities with her partner. Right, which the husband is not supposed to be doing any of this stuff. He'll come along and help here and there, but the main responsibility, I would say 90% or 80%, all of this belongs to the woman. She's in control of managing these things. It says 1 Timothy 5:14, I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion of the adversary to speak reproachfully. All right, you got oiko despotio, and it doesn't really give you a description. It just gives you a blanket to rule household, manage family affairs. All right. She's not just looking over it as someone just sitting there telling people what to do. It means she's actually performing the duties and tasks and managing it. All right. To be the head of, for example, rule a family, guide the house. All right. Because it breaks down into oiko despotas. Now, again, if you're rich, then she would be more so a director. But most people are not like rich where they can't just delegate tasks. All right. The husband delegates the task to her. All right. And then she has to take care of everything. So however she takes care of it, if she can delegate the task to someone else, then she can do that. All right. That's under the direction of her husband, because if the husband doesn't want, children around other people, then she can't do that. But yeah, most of us, we can't afford cooks and nannies, and it's very expensive. And even if we could, like would we? That's up to the husband. All right. Oikos despotas, which means Lord, Master. Oikos means house. Home. All right. So it breaks down into that's the duties. Give me a list of duties of a young married woman guiding her house. So that's what it is. So yeah, parents guilty over death of 3-year-old son whose body they buried in the garden.
Perverting the course of justice. Living in a house that looked like this. The prosecution said the couple failed to properly feed Abia or get medical help. The pair followed a restrictive vegan diet and believed in a system that rejected the...
Which that's a lie. If they believed in a strict vegan diet, that's for them. They didn't feed their child. So why did the child have fruits and vegetables in his body if he was malnourished? All right, so again, they're going off. They're not following the scriptures. She wasn't properly guiding the house, and he damn sure wasn't properly guiding her.
Services of the state, like healthcare or traditional medicine.
This is an incredibly unusual case in terms of the beliefs of the parents and the fact that they've effectively caused the death of their child and then managed to successfully conceal his death from agencies for so long, and in the way that they've done it by burying him in their own back garden. At the time, they say that they buried him in line with their cultural beliefs. However, I reject that. I would say that they have buried him to conceal the fact that they caused his death.
Abia's body was...
Correct. Yeah, I would agree. They buried him not because of the cultural beliefs. They buried him to hide his death. Malnourishing the child had nothing to do with that religion that they were in. And now, again, they could have been a part of a bugged out ass group, but I highly doubt that group that they're with teaches to do what they did.
In the ground for almost 3 years before being found.
It smells.
After having been evicted from their home in Birmingham, where Abia was buried, the court heard how the couple then went to live in a shipping container and then a caravan in Glastonbury, more than 100 miles away. then went to live.
Smell.
Body was
They caused his death.
Abiah's body was in the ground for almost 3 years before being found.
Concerns, it smells.
They're not telling us the whole story. It said concerns with smells. So I don't know if they're saying that from the body or from the shipping container. I don't know. Is it a body from the child or the shipping container that they moved into? It's like a tiny house.
Abiah's body was in the ground for almost 3 years before being found.
Concerns, it smells.
After having been evicted from their home in Birmingham, where Abiah was buried, the court heard how the couple then went to live in a shipping container and then a caravan in Glastonbury, more than 100 miles away.
Yay! King Abiah!
Abiah's short-lived life was far from conventional, cut off from society and from the services it offers to keep people safe.
Do you look like me?
For years.
Yeah, there's a bunch of effing weirdos, man. Like, this is weird. I doubt their religion told them to live like this. This is disgusting. And I can see the stove being all fucked up and all that, but the shit in the ground, sometimes, you don't clean after you cook. That's the excuse. You don't clean after you cook. So the counter, is effed up. But all this, what the hell is this? What the hell is the excuse for that? Is that woman ain't cleaning it and the dude ain't directing right. So their religion didn't teach them to be pieces of shit like this. All right? There was something mentally wrong with both of them. And they caused the child's death. 1 Timothy 5:15. For some, so I will therefore, at 14, that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion for the adversary to speak reproachfully. So now they definitely gave occasion for the adversary to speak reproachfully, the devil. Like the cop said, yeah, it wasn't for the religion. It was for, because they were trying to hide their body. So they already talking shit. But he's telling the truth. But that's still reproachfully. Slander.
Vituperation.
Reputation. So that's what he's doing. Reputation, which means abusive language, railing, reproach, to slander. So they're not being slandered, but the group that they belong to is being slandered because of their sins. They're actual sinners that did this. All right. So they deserve to be talked about, not slandered, but talked about disrespectfully, because they don't deserve respect. So if they were actually performing their duties as Hebrew Israelites, there would be no issues. The child would have got the help he needed, and if he had a disease that he's eventually going to die from, then he would have still passed away. But they would have been guiltless. But now they're guilty. All right, because the household wasn't being properly managed. For some are already turned aside after Satan, and both of them were turned aside after Satan. So that's my take on these people that's involved in these weird ideologies, because their religion had nothing to do with their mental sickness that they have and their disgusting living conditions. All right, I'll leave that there. Hope you're edified. Shalom.